gaze is shifted upwards to the sky.
Good evening everybody and welcome to Apex Racing TV for the iRacing Club 73 Touring Car Championship. We are at Brands Hatch tonight. It's Alex Simpson and Kev Noon here. And Kev, well, Brands Hatch, Kia and the Jetta, front wheel drive, touring car action. Gonna be a good night's racing.
Yeah, it'll be another great night's racing. The multi-class system in this has provided some great racing over the past few weeks. This track is actually pretty good for front-wheel drive. It's a big momentum track, so you just got to be careful not to get on the power too early and bring in that understeer. But I mean, it should be an action-packed night for sure.
And for anybody who doesn't know anything about the Club 73 series, so it's multi-class series. We have obviously the Kia and the Jetta out there. 2 races tonight. The first race is all done on qualifying, so the guys are qualifying right now, and that will determine where they're going to be obviously on the grid. And then in the second race, the grids are basically reversed based on championship order. So first race just a slightly shorter, the second one is a 30-minute race, so 2 races and we're done. There's a pro and there's a pro standings championship, I do believe, in the Jetta class, well as an overall, and then you've got the Jetta standings and some team standings as well. So I'll quickly take you through the overall standings at the moment. So Ben Hackerson leads that one, 370 points from Alex Everett with 348. Then it's Kaiser with 328, so 42 points behind. Lewis Bibby tied with 4th with Tristan Bodis, both on 324 points, so just 46 points behind. So championship still pretty close down to the top 5 there, Kev. So everything to race for with just a couple of races to go.
Yeah, there's everything to play for, and as we've seen through the last couple of races, anything can happen on the track. So you really need to keep your head about you and drive sensibly. It's not just about driving fast. Every point counts. So less incidents you can get involved in, the better off your championship battle will be.
In the pro standings, it's Scott Malcolm with Rowe, then Mark Woodhouse, and then we've got Rocks, and then Greens is your top 5. Again, those are ridiculously close on the points, starting at 281 for Malcolm, and Green on 266, so only 15 points separate them. Chris Sherburne in 6th, it's only 32 points, and Gray, again, only 45 points behind. So that championship, extremely close, and I'm sure is going to go right down to the wire.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised Scott Malcolm's not got a bigger lead. We've seen him have some good pace at some races, and I don't know, the luck just seems to go against him, and he gets caught up in the traffic a little bit. So I'm expecting to see him stay at the top, I think.
I'll use my technical term here, but he had an absolute doozy, didn't he, last week?
Yes, he did a little bit, yeah. But if he could just keep his head about him and just keep racking up the points, then he should stay near the top of them, I'd imagine.
And then over to the Jetters. Hall's leading that one at the moment from Dennis Milchert. Then we've got Konrad Venter. Sakovic is... Oh, what's going on with the... No, something quite wrong with the table there, because Sakovic is showing us in 8th, so the order's not been processed right there. So Gardner, I think it is, in 4th place. And then... I'm not sure then. Like I said, the order's all over on the table that I'm looking at. So, but yeah, that's the top 4. A little bit further spread apart as the Jetters, but not much. Still, again, I think the top 6 are still 75 points within each other. So yeah, anything can happen on that one.
Still pretty close. And you've got to remember as well, Dennis Melcher did miss that round as well, so he's had a zero score, hasn't he? Because he jumped on the Kia. But Michael Hall's been on pretty good pace for the majority of the season. He seems to work his way through the traffic well, so it'll be a good battle going for the rest of the rounds, I think.
Cool. Right, that is the points and where they're at. So we'll keep an eye on that. So yeah, a few rounds to go. Qualifying, 3 minutes to go on that. What's it looking like out there, Kev?
Ben Hackerson's currently on pole, very, very closely followed by Alex Everett. 200th of a second behind, or thereabouts. Chris Wood is just a 10th behind with Lewis Bibby in 4th. Sam Reed's currently in 5th. Stuart McFadden's in 6th. With the Jetters, Dennis Melchert's currently on pole, a little bit quicker than Michael Hall, who's in 2nd. Sean Gardner in 3rd. Conrad Venter in 4th. Sakovic in 5th, and Stephen Whiteley's in 6th in the Jetters there. So it's very, very close in qualifying. It should make for some great racing once we get underway.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it as well, Conrad has been doing Jetta tutorial guides each week as well, so helping his fellow racers out there as well. So good on Conrad for doing that.
I have seen them. They're quite good little videos to watch and get to know the track if you haven't been here before.
Yeah, the gap at the front, Hackerson on pole position so far, provisionally, sorry, 128, 117, followed by Everett's 128, 138. He just crossed the start-finish line in his last lap, 128, 283, so close. At some point, it's going to hopefully pip that Bibby. I mean, 128, 169, that's ridiculously close. It's half a tenth of a second covers the top 3. So this is going to be a great evening.
Absolutely nothing, is that? I know Alex is out there at the minute. He's out there with his teammate, which I think might be Stephen Baxter. Yeah, so I think they're doing a bit of slipstreaming, maybe trying to get Stephen a bit further up the results because he's currently in 15th.
Yeah, so Stephen, the second of the 2 that we're seeing on screen right now.
Good little tactic from teammates there to use a bit of slipstreaming to get the other car up the front.
Yeah, it works well, and we see many teams do that, even in like the other Kia series, and he's out the way now and let his teammate go. But yeah.
He's going to get held up. No, he's not. He's going to get through. It's all right. Yeah, we used to do a lot of slipstreaming in the Pro Series to get try and maximise your positions in qualifying.
See what Baxter does. Does he move himself up from 15th place? Time comes across. It was a quicker lap, and he does. Moves himself up to 10th place. Nice. And then back down to 11th. Someone just pipped him.
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to slipstreaming though. Like if you get a bit too close, sometimes it's a bit hard. You're just kind of a bit hesitant. You need to just have that nice little where you're still in the slipstream, but not too close to the car in front.
It is open qualifying as well, so you've got the slower classes to worry about. So it can be very, very tricky. You've got to time that lap just about perfect. Chris Woods out there. He doesn't improve. Last lap was a 3.52. Someone who did improve though was Stuart McFadden. So he moves himself up to 4th. So with a 1:28.197. So we have 3 drivers in the 28.1s now.
It's going to be a
Four,
close
sorry.
race for the
Can't
first lap, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be this is going to be a great race, I think. At the front, those 4 are going to be like nip and tuck the whole way through. Sam Reed, he's out there. What can he do? He's currently sat on a 28.4. Got Michael Hall as well. Where's Michael? Michael's just coming down the back straight, so we'll go back to Sam. See, he's got a bit of traffic. Unfortunately, a Jetta in front, so that is his lap going to be compromised. And Hall's got a lot of time to find here. He needs 3/10, doesn't he, to see if he can snatch that pole. Sure, I can see it happening.
Yeah, we're just going to watch him now. And don't know who's behind him. But
Checkered flag is out
Whitehead.
though, so this will be everybody's final lap. Got a Kia behind him. Is it going to be patient and wait? It's going to have to be. Oh, he runs wide, and that's going to be a 1x. So that's that lap invalidated. So no chance for Hall to improve. Steve Hooper coming around as well. He's got just a little bit. Has he done the same? He looked like he went a bit wide, compromised his exit. He's going to continue though. 140.240 to beat. According to my timing screen, but not on the overlay. And he's into pits, so that's that as well.
Yep, I think that's everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, Whitehead just trundling back in as well. So yeah, that is it. If you'd be so kind then, Kevin, just to take us through the qualifying order.
Pass this to me.
Yeah,
right, so after qualifying, we've got Benjamin Haxon on pole with a very, very quick lap. Second is Alex Everett, very closely behind. The top 4 are all very, very close. Third is Lewis Bibby. Fourth is Stuart McFadden. Fifth, we've got Chris Wood. Sixth, Sam Reed. Seventh is Ian Roskell. Eighth, Mark Woodhouse. Tristan Bodditt's in 9, and Andrew Whitehead rounds out your top 10. 11th is Stephen Baxter. 12th, Scott Malcolm. 13th, Jerome Kaiser. 14th is Jason Rowe. 15th will be John Roberts. Neil Rocks is in 16th. Kip Stevens in 17th. Dale Green 18th. David Crozier 19th. Chris Sherburns round out your top 20. Anthony Gray is going to be 21st. Jason Greenfield is 22nd. And on the Mike Cooling Cup in the Jettas, Dennis Melcher is going to be on pole for them, starting 23rd on the grid. Michael Hall is 24th. Sean Gardner is 25th. Conrad Venter is 26th. Sakovic, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his first name, is 27th. Stephen Whiteley is 28th. Steve Hooper is 29th. James Leggett will round out the top 30 for them. Brian Levitt's 31st. Adam Hedgecock's 32nd. Ian Robson's 33rd. Stuart Atkinson's 34th. Chris White will be 35th. Ian King 36th, I'm going to guess these are all pit start penalties. You've got Alex Molina starting 37th, Clinton Bell will be 38th, and Adrian King will be 39th.
Awesome, thank you very much for that, mate. Right, here we go then. Club 73 Touring Car Championship at Brands Hatch is away. Everybody got a decent start, see no one failed to get off the line, as we've had already once or twice this season, so into paddock, looks good, no issues so far, as that second pack comes through.
Dennis Melcher away very, very cleanly in the Jettas. He's actually battling with a couple of Kias at the back here, followed by Michael Horn, Sean Gardner.
Yeah, the Kias eventually will make short work, I think, but yeah, good start from everybody. Hackerson away cleanly, no issues whatsoever. Everett followed him through and down Paddock Hill. And then Bibby, so top 3 very close, McFadden. So all 4 drivers who qualified in the top 4 from maintain their position. So it's very interesting considering how closely they qualified amongst against each other. But yeah, Jason Greenfield, a Kia that is just sort of tucked up behind. Oh, I'm hearing some sliding. But yeah, he needs to work his way past Dennis. He needs to put it in top gear, I think. Kia's got much more top speed.
Yeah, it's sometimes really difficult to overtake here with the nature of the corners. Have been very, very high momentum corners, so it can be difficult to get past his. I think he's kind of taking his time getting past Dennis, but then also getting in the way of Michael Hall.
Sideways right on the grass as well. I think that was Sean Gardner.
Yeah, just
Here we
behind
go.
there.
Just pulled out from the from behind and gone. So that's Greenfield clear. Yeah, Hall can now try and go on the attack, although I think it's going to be a case of holding on and hoping for a mistake from Dennis, because he's very, very quick here getting his qualifying time.
Lead pack all together now. I think Lewis, Bibby was just having a look at the inside of Alex Everett there, but he's just have to hold on. So top 5, 6 cars all nose to tail.
Yeah, of course these guys have run this circuit so many times in and amongst all the different BSR and Kia Club series that has been around, so everyone's very, very familiar with brands. As a little move, Chris Woods poking his nose out, doesn't go for a move. But yeah, just maintains his position there.
Oh, got a little bit of incident with Ian King and Ian Robson at the back of the Jetters there. Ian Robson have a look at the inside of King, just making a little bit of contact.
Everett wide, very wide as well. I think that was Everett. Yeah, just about. He didn't lose any momentum, fortunately. So one good thing about the Kia, actually, it's remarkably good on the grass.
Yeah, you just put your foot in it, and you hold on.
Whole pack comes screaming down through paddock, breaking into Druids as once again Bibby has a little look, see if he can surprise Everett with a late move. Doesn't happen. Going on with the Jetters.
Dennis Melchett's still in the lead. Michael Hall's very, very closely following him behind, with Sean Gordon. The top 3 have just made a little bit of a breakaway. It's massive, bigger train of cars. The Kia's just come out of the pits though. So Kip Stevens has just come out of the pits, so he'll be working his way back through.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite what happened to Kip. He is a lap down though, so
he's been having a bit. Seemed to be struggling in qualifying, so I don't know whether he's having some technical issues or something.
Graham Hill then for the front 2. And yeah, Hall. Wow, I take it back, because I said he'd just be hanging on, but I don't think that's the case. The slipstream's certainly helping enough. Gardner seems to have created a little gap on Venter. There is a Kia in the mix, so Venter's coming in under a little bit of pressure from Sakovic behind.
Hackerson's just been off and lost the lead, just going into the final left-hander, with the cambered one. He just went massively wide on the grass.
Take a look at that one back then on
the
replay.
Front 3 currently 3 wide going into Paddock Hill. Let's see who can. Everett's still going to outbreak everyone, I think. Stuart McFadden up a second. Contact with Everett, is that, I think, in there, or Bibby?
Oh, he went wide, Hackerson did. He went wide, and that was through Sheen Curve. And then just, again, I don't know if he got a little nudge at Sterling's or not, but he pushed him just a little bit wide, or just carried too much momentum in there. But yeah, let's stay with this battle, because we'll see them go
back the pack right up. There's
3 wide,
10, 15 cars all together now.
Oh, it looks good. Who's that in 4th? Is that Bibby in 4th as well? Right on the outside. That was Hackerson, wasn't it? He got the run and then got himself back up and into 3rd.
Yeah, he's back in the 3rd, yeah. Hall having a look on Melchett at Druids hairpin. He's on the outside going into Graham Hill. Melchett should hold on through here, but Hall should get a better run out to the next.
Great exit.
There's a good run into the next left-hander, which I'm worse than you that for track one name. So that's going to open up the door for Sean Gardner as well. He should be able to get a nice tow down the straight to the next corner.
Definitely having a look. See if he can jump straight back. Got my track map, so it's all good this week. Through Hawthorns, there we go. In Westfield Bend, so
yeah,
I'll make myself look good, but no, I'm terrible as well. I don't remember them.
No. Everett still in the lead then. Just a nearly half a second lead. He's just starting to stretch his legs a little bit, see if he can pull away, but obviously he's still going to be in the slipstream danger from McFadden behind.
What that battle did do was really close up the whole pack as well in the Jetters, so they are all nose to tail as well. So yeah, so Conrad's right back onto the tail of Gardner, and Zakovic again trying to get a run on Venter. Maybe it will have a look. Paddock Hill this time. No, just a little bit too far back. Conrad later on the brakes. What is going on in the Kias? Because wherever we look, there's cars 3 or 4 tenths of a second apart.
Everett's still holding on. Everyone's still in a train behind them all in that slipstream. So I think he'll have to just keep his head about him, not make a mistake, and keep pushing on.
Seriously, Kev, I think we're damned if we do or damned if we don't this week as well, because there's someone's going to moan that we didn't cover one class enough.
Exactly.
We missed some kind of battle out there. I mean, all front packs. So the Jetta's top 7 are locked together, and in the Kia, it's the top 11. So,
yeah, exactly.
What are you meant to do?
You're gonna
side by
miss some
side,
action somewhere.
Paxton and Bibby. That just filtered back down to how they were going through Graham Hill. Little Halls just sort of broke away all of a sudden, and I think that might have been Gardner having a little look on Dennis, which is what's prompted the little breakaway. See if Michael can pull away. We've only got 6.5 minutes of this race left, so not going to take long.
No, I think Michael might be just clear of that slipstream now, so I think he should be able to just edge away. I think like I said beforehand, he's had some serious pace in every single race that we've been to. So I mean, he's 1.2 seconds clear now, so I think he should be alright. Melcher's just been massively sideways going through paddock as well.
Yeah, we missed that Zakovic also got past Venter, so now he's trying to shape up and move on Gardner. He's up the inside of Druids. That's going to become the outside going through Graham Hill. It's going to be a tough job to try and hold it round there. But he'll get a much, much better exit out of that. And we've already seen moves into Surtees tonight. Very, very similar. That's how Hall got the lead. Can't quite pull off the same move.
Just got back to the lead battle. Everett and McFadden, little breakaway from the rest of them, but they are going to run into some Jetta traffic right now. Let's see how they manage their way through this.
Well, this is where it all can change very, very quickly. Get the slight wrong exit or anything like that. They've got about, actually just having a look, they're going to have about 11 more seconds before they close up to the bulk of the group. So I think maybe 1 or 2 more laps. So it's going to be right towards the end of the race. Or yeah, maybe 1 lap. So.
Jetta's sensibly getting out of the way a little bit.
Yeah.
Big train of Kias coming through.
All the way down to 11th place. I mean, Whitehead's only 1.2 seconds behind that as well. He's closed it up actually. They'll say that's probably 14 cars coming through right now. So
you got
pretty crazy.
Got Sakovic, sorry, still tucked up behind Melcher. Gardner in 4th still. Venter just seems to have just dropped off of the back of Gardner a little tiny bit. Gardner's just run wide a little bit. It's good close back in.
Guys are very, very close to Ian Roscoe as well, so apologies to the guys a bit further down. They haven't had too much attention, but they've been on the screen the whole time. Bibby 1/10 of a second, maybe a move into Druids. Going to be around the outside if he's going to make it stick. He's trying to see if he can get the overlap. Doesn't happen. There's some traffic in front of them now that they're having to deal with. And through, but no change of positions. Zakovic very, very close. That is his teammate, isn't it?
Is he going to have a look? He's going to have a look. He's going to go up. He should be able to get the move done through here. I think Melchett might hang on around the outside. I think he should be able to get this done. Is that going to open the door for Gardner to get through, to follow him through? We're going 3 wide now. Conrad's tucked right in behind as well. See if he can look up. Somebody's looking on the inside of Conrad as well. Who's that? That's Leggett. Bit of an opportune move there. Gardner's coming through. pushes Melcher onto the grass. This is going to get a bit interesting
Yeah,
over the
it's
next lap.
Sakovic actually, so it's easy to get the two
Oh,
there.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. I should recognise the Optimus sign, shouldn't I?
But yeah, so Gardner through, he got the best run out of that.
Hall just clearing the lead now.
I
On
can
the
hear some,
Jetters.
yeah, that's it. I can hear some Kias coming through. Yeah, they will come. Everett through this lead pack of the Jetters as well. This is where it can get messy. Just 2 more laps left of this track and this race to go. Everett through, no problems. Just about nips in front of Dennis. Oh, they will scramble through the traffic.
Big melee of cars behind. It's very, very busy. Great to see that everyone keeping everything clean though and making their way through sensibly.
Yeah, and the Jetters just staying to the right, aren't they? So
Yep, everyone just keeping out of the way, mind their own business.
don't appreciate how fast that Kia actually is till you see it just steam past. I know it's only a VW Bora really at heart,
Yeah,
but you know,
boring.
yeah, exactly. That's what it's nicknamed, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Oh, who was that? I think that might have actually been our leader, Hall there.
Just on the grass.
He's 3 wide. The
This is
Bibby
gonna
went
get
one
interesting.
way, Hackerson went the other. That gave him something to think about, Hall. That might well have been a good move as well. It's actually Chris Woods that's having a little look to take advantage of it. Up the inside is Woods. Can't make it stick. Good sweeping line from Bibby to maintain his position. They're battling just ahead as well. Oh no, sorry, that's a back marker, just getting out of it.
Leaders still very, very close together. It says 0.3 on my timing, but it's got to be 0.1 of a second easy. Just heading up that, get a good exit onto this big straight. Might be able to get a good run on him. These two just clear of the battle. The traffic definitely worked out in their favour.
Yeah, they
get a
broke
little
away, didn't
breakaway.
they? 3
Yeah.
seconds in that lap. Huge difference. Just goes to show if you catch the traffic in the right place.
Definitely.
All the difference. Well, I think we might we squeeze another one in here? I think it's going to be very, very close.
They might just do, yeah.
25 seconds. I think they're going to make just another one. Yeah, they are indeed 10 seconds. They should make it quite comfortably, about 5 seconds to spare. The white flag will come out for this lap. There it is. McFadden needs to make it happen this time. Not the greatest of lines there. Lost a little bit of time. Closes up in Druids. Hall is away in the Jetters. It's pretty close in second place though, as Stakovic having a look on his teammate once again. Got the slightly wider line through Paddock Hill. He'll have a good run down there. He's got a gear getting involved. Uses the grass to get past. And oh, they touch each other.
Chris Wood just making a move up to fourth, sorry, just passing Lewis Bibby, I think.
Yeah, those two have been having a little battle for a lap. Bibby trying to
there's a
fight
little-
back on the.
Sam Reed's in there
behind.
as well, tucked up right behind with Jerome Kaiser as well.
I think Everett's got this one wrapped up. He's 9/10 of a second clear, so McFadden just not been able to hold on this lap. Hit this corner right. Sterling's can be very tricky sometimes to camber there. Lean on that through the corner. Clearways, clock for one last time. Here he comes, Alex Everett. What a great win for him. Had to get that lead, but he did it well. And a great drive from McFadden in second place. Ackerson comes across in third. He'll be disappointed after being on pole, but still a good drive and a good haul of points for him. Talking of haul, where is he?
Just coming into the final corner now. Nice big lead over Dennis Melcher. Really confident, dominant drive from Michael. Took the lead halfway through the race and just used the traffic wisely to get a good gap.
Yeah, Dennis, no problems in second. I say no problems. Zakovic is right there behind him.
Trainer 4 cars coming
But
through.
and Venter, Sean Gardner as well. Not sure quite what happened to Sean, why he dropped down all the way to fifth in class, but yeah, that's
I
where
didn't see that.
that's where he ends up. Any other battles going on out there now? I think maybe this one, Adam Hedgecock, very close, but 4/10, not enough at the line. So that, I think.
I think you just got Adrian King coming through. I think.
Yeah, 80 King.
Chris White, Ian. Yep, Ian Robson just coming across the line. Got Adrian King. I think is going to be the last runner. Yeah. Coming to the final corner now.
And of course, in traditional fashion, which seems to be the way of things at the minute on Apex Racing TV, for those people that watch an 80 in the pub, drink up, boys. He's on screen.
You need to start sending some drinks our way.
Yeah, exactly. Then we'll get some really entertaining commentary. Right, that's it. He crosses the line. We're going to throw it back to you, Kev. Sorry, mate.
That's alright. Should we run through the order of where they're finished?
Let's do it.
Right, so, race 1 winner, Alex Everett, followed by Stuart McFadden. Ben Hackerson taking up the last of the podium spots with a good haul of championship points. Obviously, I imagine he'd be still leading the championship after that. Lewis Bibian 4th, Chris Wood 5th, Sam Reed with a decent result in 6th, Jerome Kaiser 7th, Ian Roskell 8th, Tristan Boddas down in 9th, was right behind Ian Roskell there at the end. Stephen Baxter rounding out your top 10. 11th is Mark Woodhouse. 12th will be Andrew Whitehead. Scott Malcolm 13th. Jason Rowe 14th. Anthony Gray 15th. David Crozier 16th. Dale Green 17th. Neil Roxon 18th. Jason Greenfield 19th. Chris Sherburn 20th. And the last Kia running on the lead lap was John Robertson 21st. Now the Mike Cooling Cup with the Jetters. Michael Hall won that. Followed by Dennis Melcher. Sakovic was 3rd. Venter was just in there in 4th. Gardner would be 5th. Leggett would be 6th. Steve Hopper behind him. Followed by Stuart Atkinson, Stephen Whiteley, Adam Hedgecock, Ian Robson, Chris White, and Adrian King was the last person on just 1 lap down. Brian Levitt finished 2 laps down, along with Kip Stevens, Ian King, Clinton Bell, and Alex Molina. I don't think took the start. That's all of your positions.
Awesome stuff. Thank you very much for that. Come in.
What a great race. That was
fantastic
intense.
race.
It was intense.
Yeah.
That's a good way to start the night, that.
Yeah, and do you know, really clean as well. What do we have? Just a couple of people that didn't make it to the end, so a few people a couple of laps down, but actually, yeah, really good. So
yeah, it was nice
to
see. Nice to see, because I mean, there has been a few weeks where we've had a few naughty moves, and it's now just nice to see people having respect for each other. And okay, the Kias and the Jetta, you're both racing, but it's kind of just having that respect to just say, okay, look, we need to do our races kind of like in our own little space, and just allow people to get through, so people aren't too impatient.
And I think the thing is a lot of people are new to this type of racing. There's a lot of Kia drivers out there right now, and there's a lot of Kia drivers that are just not used to doing that. They're used to just banging doors, running with other Kia drivers, So
yeah, it adds a totally different kind of racing, doesn't it? Having to worry about somebody else in a slower class as to what they're doing.
Yeah, that's it. And I think, it's taken these few weeks for people just to get a little bit used to who they're driving, how slow some of the other cars, or what the closure speeds are going to be like, and things like that. And that's made quite a difference, I think. So, I'm hearing rumours that they're going to do the series again next season. So, if the racing carries on like this is going to be a very, very popular series.
Yeah, it will do. It's got good participation already, hasn't it? I mean, there's some fast drivers in this championship who we've seen running in the BSRTC pro championships, and they've come across, and it's nice to see the good names in there, and the quality of driving. I mean, look at how close that race has been tonight, and no one's done really anything silly. So it's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, okay, guys. Well, we'll be back in 10 minutes or so, I think, by the time they get the session up and ready.
Yeah, it's usually about 10 minutes.
So, right, thanks very much. Stick around. Obviously, in the break, you could always head on over to our other channel as well. So right now, I think Samuli, Andrew Woodhouse, which is why he's not here today, he's covering Adam Bath because Adam's away, and Nathan Davis are over doing the commentary on the BSR MX5 Cup. But yeah, once you've watched that race, I'm sure they finish their race just as this one's about to start as well. So, and then race 3 for them sort of finishes about the same time as this one. So yeah, pop your head over there and then come back here. We'll be waiting. See you soon.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left us without warning. They will return the day when they are needed. Our gaze is shifted upwards to the sky.
Extreme Motorsports brings you the Ricmotech Sports Car Series, brought to you by Ricmotech, high-performance sim racing equipment, and in part by TD's Tree Service. Live coverage coming your way right now.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV and the Club 73 Touring Car Championship from Brands Hatch. Alex Simpson here once again with Kevin Noon. And Kevin, well, we had an absolute thrilling sprint race and, well, a reversed grid based on the championship positions. And, yeah, a 30-minute sort of, it's not really endurance, but feature race, should we say.
What a stonker of a first race, that's all I want to say. That was an epic from start to finish. If everyone can just do the same again for the 30 minutes, it'd be great. Obviously, throwing in that with some pit strategy to get yourself at some better clean air. That'll hopefully by the end of the race we'll have a nice little tasty battle to watch.
And of course, the track is a little bit hotter. You picked up on that off air, so lap times are going to be a little bit slower. Tyres are going to wear out a little bit more, so that might change how drivers think about the strategy for this one. But yeah, for those viewers that are probably tuning in for the first time, just sort of explain what the difference is from this sprint race to this feature race.
So in the feature race that we're about to watch now, there's a mandatory pit stop, at which point you have to, I think they have to take fuel, don't they? They have to, so they only allowed to run a certain amount of fuel, so they have to take fuel and 4 tyres. So it will bring into a bit of strategy into the race, so you can maybe pit a little bit earlier to get yourself out of traffic, or keep yourself out a bit longer to undercut the person who's pitted behind you. So it should keep things very interesting.
Yeah, and like we said at the start, the other real difference is that the grid order is not based on qualifying, but actually it's a reverse of of the current championship standings as well. So that makes it, nice and exciting.
Sorry, I missed that. You kind of threw that pit stop window at me. I was like, okay.
No problem. I like to do that. You got
keeps
on
me
toes,
on my
got to be
toes.
ready. Especially when I'm leading, because I'm useless and I like to throw it to people
Yeah.
for good information.
I can't say I'll be giving good information, but I'll give you some.
Well, they're doomed then for this week. So
Yeah. Let's
Sorry,
just hope the
lads.
action on track's just as
turn
good
off
as it
now.
was
Go and
last
watch the other series. It's all
Yeah.
it's all downhill from here. Let's hope the racing's good. Otherwise, there'd be no reason to tune in.
time. Yeah. We'll try our best.
Right, just 20 seconds left to go then. Just a little warm-up, of course. Grid order is predetermined, so... Yeah, I mean, I say the track temperature being a little bit hotter, drivers will be just sort of feeling the car out right now, just seeing how it's different. Lap times, not hugely different. About a second or so, I would say.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what the drop-off is over the course of the race, and whether people actually try and make this into two races and try and pit towards the middle, or whether someone's going to risk it and go long. But we'll have to wait and see.
Right, so we've got this reverse grid. It's just popped up on screen. Just run us through the top 5 in each class, mate, and then we'll get straight into it.
So the top 5 in the gears on pole position: Stuart McFadden. After a cracking race 1, he'll be hoping for another win, I'd imagine. Dave Crozier's 2nd, Chris Wood's 3rd, Jason Greelfield 4th, and John Robertson 5th. And in the Kias, you've got Stephen Whiteley on pole, Adrian King, Ian Robson, and Brian Levitt in 5th place. Let's get the green lights going and get some good racing.
Yep, so McFadden then, extremely competitive in the last race, on the front row, gets a good start, a little bit of wheel spin, and from 3rd place, who is that who got an absolute stormer? Up and into 2nd, cars just a little bit out of shape, pretty normal for the Kia. That rear end just takes a little while just to tyres just to warm up and get into pressure zones that the guys are comfortable driving with. Very, very close. Like I say, the top guy is going to want to try and get through very quickly. Someone out wide at Graham Hill. Oh, there's some contact. There is a crash. They're around. And that's Jason Rowe. Big time around. He's trying to recover out the way. The Jetters having to scramble to avoid him. But they all have. So that's only... Oh, no!
Some contact.
Collision
Ian
in the
Robson
Jetta.
around. Ian Robson and
30s.
I think that was Sakovic. Just got away with it. Gardner's in there.
Yeah, Conrad caught up in it as well, but they... Oh, look at...
Some on the grass.
Look at Rose's car. Oh, it was just like having a little shimmy as it went down the... that's pretty much...
yeah, that's crabbing.
pretty
That's
much done.
Conrad just coming through there. That's race ending, I'd imagine. They might get... Did they get a fast repair on this?
Well, now you're asking a question that I don't know, so...
I think they do, so I think if
they
we
do
can get it back,
one
you can...
fast one. We'll see when Jason makes it to the pits.
Yeah,
And,
there's somebody's way behind as well. Adam Hedgecock's. He's got similar damage. He's crabbing away in the Jetta.
I think
so
Adam
let's
was
see if
the
he can make it
Jetta,
back.
yeah, that got absolutely
Yeah.
smashed, so...
Apologies to Sean Gardner, because I thought it was him. Nice little breakaway at the front. Stuart McFadden, Chris Wood. Nice little 2-second lead already over Dave Crozier. Looks set for a bit of a battle, race-long battle here.
Yeah, and Kaiser's into the pits as well. He's doing that really early. Oh, there's contact going through Graham Hill. That's between Roberts and Crozier. So Roberts around the outside now into 30s. Could get that move complete. Gets much better drive off the corner down the straight, and he'll be away. Yeah, great little group again. This is going to be tough for the leaders to get through. Like, you look at where Everett is now. So 15th place, not really made up many places at all. Hackerson there as well. Bodice, they're all, Bibby, 18th. This is going to be tough because the whole pack was so close in that last race. It's almost going to be like battling somebody, you know, on your level the whole way through this one. So it's going to be very difficult to move forward. They're going to need that half hour.
Yeah, we've seen that in the weeks gone by, where you know you have a great first race and the pace is great, but once you get caught up in that little group, especially at the beginning of the race where everyone's close together, you just start losing a little bit of time and you're giving other people space to move around, and it's.
Sorry, Kevin.
so-
Carter just making a move on Adrian King. That puts him into second in class. These guys are 5 seconds behind Stephen Whiteley already. Whiteley is
Michael
already-
Hall already up to third, I
wow.
think, from the looks of it. Yes, from
Yeah,
the back.
could-
So he's.
That could be ominous.
Yep.
It's going to
We
need that
saw
because
this
of
last
the
week.
gap that Whiteley's got already.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Michael Hall come through the back last week.
Oh,
somebody's off.
who's that? Going into
King,
the pits.
King.
Oh,
no.
80. Trying to get into the pits. Adrian King, and just got himself turned. He won't be happy with that. Let's have a look at that back, see exactly what happened, because I think he was absolutely fine where he was, and someone just a bit impatient. We'll find out. Kaiser the first of the Kias to pit, so he's just on the inside. Did he get a little shove from behind? He does just get a little shove from behind.
I don't know whether he was on the brakes. I don't know whether he was going for a pit or whether he was, and then it was Melcher who just caught the back of him. But I think Melcher was still flat out. So
Yeah.
just seemed like a bit of a strange place to get on the brakes.
Yeah, caught Melcher out, but still, you shouldn't be hitting people from behind. should you?
No, it's one of them things as racing, though, isn't it? You know. But back to the lead. Stuart McFadden and Chris Wood, absolutely huge lead. 4.5 seconds over Roberts now. Crozier still in fourth.
Dan Reed with some problems as well. He's dropping down the timing
Little
screen.
gaggle of cars from Dale Green from 7th to about 12th, all very close together.
Yeah, Woodhouse second one in the in that little train.
Yep,
They're not far behind Jason Greenfield either, but yeah, Woodhouse having a little look. Too far back.
Race 1 winner also in that pack, just on the back of that pack as well. And 13th, I think, at the minute.
Yeah, struggling to move forward. Everyone's got the slipstream. That's what happens, isn't it? You know, it's just so hard.
Yeah, everyone's chasing everyone. There's no advantage in the slipstream when you get in a big group like this.
All's closing up particularly quickly. I'll take that back. No, that is right. Sorry, now that it's clocked over, they've gone over the start-finish line. 1 second that lap as well. So yeah, Hall's going to come through, catch Whiteley very quick, but he did have a 5-second lead, so it's going to take a few laps to get there. Traffic might help him out. Kaiser, like I said, first of the guys to pit in the Kia. He wants to get out of the pack. Let's see how that strategy is going to play out for him.
Has Hackerson been in the pits? Because he's
Hackerson also been in the pits, yeah.
So. Sorry, on my timing screen it says Hackerson's still in front of Crozier.
Yep, no, he's been in, and yeah, 23.4 second stop for Hackerson. Kaiser was 22.8, so a little bit quicker. Oh, and he just hit. Who did he hit there? So.
Damage on the front of his car.
Sure who that was.
Ian King, maybe? It's one of the Kings, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, no, it'll be AD King, the other one, I think.
Ah. Yeah, fortunately
Yeah,
both
it's AD
drivers
King.
survived, no problem. Right, Whitehead's into the pits, and so is Dave Crozier as well. So Crozier's away. Will Kaiser get him? No chance. Absolutely no chance. So 23 second stop for him, and Crozier's away. And the Team Mad Car.
Whitehead's just going to come out as well for the Kaiser.
Yeah, so that early pit stop didn't really help your own much there. Scott Malcolm. Oh, massive crash down the back straight. Malcolm's involved. Who else is that? Dale Green involved as well. Let's take a look at that one back.
Big pack
Oh
of cars
God,
come
look at
through
this
here.
pack as they were going
no.
through there. So I have to say, some impatient driving going on in Surtees there. One of the Jetters getting forced out, and then 3 wide. Again, just banging their way through. I'm not surprised this ended in a crash.
No,
I really am not surprised
As
it
soon
ended
as
in
I
a crash.
cut to it and saw the crowd of cars, you knew it was going to go wrong.
If you're going to be that aggressive through traffic, it's going to happen to you every day.
Yep. But we've seen that before. We've seen that.
Oh! I just
Go on, go on.
switched the camera to John Roberts. This was still on the replay, and he's just drifting it through Westfield. So, but yeah, he managed to hold on. Sounded good, looked good. Went quick though.
Yeah, sideways is never fast. Anthony Grace goes right behind him, but the lead two are now stonking in front. Whole
10 seconds. Yeah.
10 seconds ahead.
Yeah, there's no catching them. You know, the
Nope.
likes of Everett, who's moved up to 7th now. He's never getting to them.
You just need to hope and pray that they start having a big battle at the front and let them close back in.
Yeah,
Everett's just jumped to the front of that pack. He's got some clean air to go
got
after Woodhouse
clean
now.
air. Yeah, let's see what sort of lap times he can do. But we know how quick Stewart was in the last race, so he's going to struggle to sort of really reel them in. So just needs to have but I mean, does he need to? You know, to get back up to say 3rd place, you know, would be an amazing result from where he started. So
Yeah, if he's clever and looks after his tyres and, you know, pits at the right time, because I think that's going to be a crucial part of, you know, making sure that if you're going to pit, you need to come back out into fresh air. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Hall now getting close. Yes, picking up the overall positions,
about a
but
second away.
but yeah, 1.5 seconds. So that battle's starting to heat up. So it's only 20 minutes left though. So
Good little battle behind with Cunningham and Huber. Huber's just about to have a look at the inside. He's through. Yep, made it stick. Well, that might have been the other way around. Oh no, hold on, he's lapping the car. Ignore me. Ignore me. These timing screens are horrible.
I was like, what are you on about? They're miles away. Right, Lewis Bibby. He's in 8th place, just tucked up behind Kip Stevens. Kip obviously having a bit of a better race this time. Half a second. Kip's just behind Alex Everett as well. Kip was doing extremely well in this championship, but yeah, after the last week, he's down to 5th overall.
Just put in there. We've got Stu McFadden's just going to come round to some traffic. I think we're going to start getting into a bit more. He's coming to lap a Kia of Jason Rowe, and then he'll be onto the back of Michael Hall. Should make things interesting to see whether he actually wants to pull an early pit stop and get out of the traffic, or whether he's just going to fight his way through it.
Yeah, I wonder what he does here. It's not too much at the minute, just a couple here. I think he'll get through pretty quickly.
Yeah,
So
Chris
it'll
Wood seems to have dropped off the back a little bit, so he doesn't seem to be under any pressure.
Yeah, that hasn't really hold him up much at all there. So yeah, until he hits that main group, I think.
Nope,
and
just
actually,
just gone wide there, and Chris Wood will be closing back in.
Yep, 0.6 of a second.
Utilising the slipstream of the lap car.
These guys have still got 10 seconds.
Hall has just taken the lead of Jetters, so I've just cut to that.
Bring
Just
that.
got him on the. It was just because of Stu McFadden run wide. He ran Stephen Whiteley off wide. It was on the grass, so Michael Hall
yes.
got a nice run down the straight past him. It should be a pretty safe bet that Michael Hall will just drive away now.
Yeah, he did that to the other guys really in the last race, didn't he? So, you know, Whiteley's going to have a real tough job trying to use the slipstream. But he needs to at least do it for a few laps. And that should, in theory, cement his sort of position in this race, I would think.
Yeah, I imagine. Is that Venter's now back up into 3rd as well? But I mean, he's got a.
He hasn't pitted yet, and there's a lot that have pitted now.
Yeah.
Most of the field has actually pitted, so he's going to have a tough old job. Obviously got the damage from, was it lap 1 or lap 2 where it happened?
Yeah,
So
lap
he's
2,
into
I
the
think it
pits.
was.
Whiteley's also into the pits as well. See, where's the first of those that have pitted?
Crozier?
Carter Cunningham?
Of the Jetters, yeah, will be. If Venter hasn't, yeah, it will be.
Yeah, away for Whiteley. Conrad still stationary, so that one's going to be a little bit closer. Still waiting for the tyres to change as well. It's a long old stop for Conrad. 26.4, so some 4 seconds slower than others have had, but he has moved into a reasonable position ahead of Sakovic.
Yep.
So those guys go at it again.
Yep, that'll be a fun, entertaining to watch. Back to being pretty close
Dennis
at the front.
Melcher. Sorry, go on.
Bit closer at the front again. Chris Wood seems to have just closed the gap a little bit on McFadden now. It's only 0.4 of a second.
Yeah, very close once again. These two going to be locked in a battle, I think, all race, just depending on how the traffic hits them.
Yeah, yep. See who's the most precise through the traffic and can make their way through.
Oh, Bibby, must have just had a little connection drop or something there for a second, because all of a sudden he was absolutely dropping down the timing screen. But now he's into the pits.
In the pits, yep. Kip Stevens is in there as well, I think. Yep. Michael Hall coming in as well.
Where is David Crozier? Because he had a good stop and still managed to maintain
just coming up
sort
to
of
the
that
final
position.
corner now.
Yeah, is he going to get out in front of like Bibby and people, or get past? No, he's not. Bibby's away.
Don't think so. Yeah, no.
Those-
Bibby's away. It should be
Kip.
clear.
And Kaiser's through as well now.
Kip might struggle. No, they're going to get Kip. There's going to be a few of them get Kip. But Lewis is out and clear. So Lewis will now be your leading pit stop.
Yeah. Not actually working out too bad for Kaiser, that early stop. You think he's sort of second overall from those ones. Of course, we're going to have Woods and McFadden maintain the lead. They're 10 seconds up the road from these guys. But still, it's going to be quite close. Carter not really losing too much time on Hall out there as well. So
good drive by Carter to get stay behind Michael like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite where he come from really. He's just like just popped
I
up,
think,
hasn't he?
Yeah, he must have pitted early and just got back
Come
out
out.
and
Yeah,
got
yeah,
some
exactly.
consistent laps in, and if he can get a good in lap and a good out lap and then just run consistent laps after that, you can pop up anywhere, can't you?
Yeah, and that's exactly what he has done. So he's in there with a good chance for second place. Whiteley's behind him, but 5.8 seconds back now. So he had a bit of a slower pit stop. So that's allowed Dennis Melcher to close right up on him. So, like you say, those in and out laps are so critical. And Whiteley just let his lead slip away there.
Yep.
Rocks into the pits as well. He's away. He's going to come out way down that order. So John Roberts has pitted and he's away. He come out in front of Bibby. And there's Bibby as well. So John Roberts right round going into Graham Hill, and they're only going through Druids now. So yeah, good pit stop for him. So it shows how far away that McFadden and Wood are going to be once they have their stops.
McFadden in the pits. Chris Wood is staying out. This could be interesting to see whether Chris Wood can get a good lap in and pull an undercut. He was only 0.4 of a second when they went in.
Yeah, he needs to nail it. And I think although the tyres are slightly better when they're sort of fresh and slightly cooler, the Kia obviously doesn't perform well on stone cold rears, does it?
Yeah,
So,
you've still got to get the pressures back up,
Yeah.
and your outlap is the key, but it's a horrific outlap because you just building your pressures back up to get it back up to top speed.
let's see if Wood can get the jump at least and then hold on
and
to it.
Bottas in the pits as well, 4th and 5th.
Basically it. We've just got Gray, who we're seeing on screen right now, and Wood, who haven't pitted, so imagine they're going to be in the next lap.
Got Bibby just coming around the final corner. McFadden's already out and going through paddock, so he's out and clear. Now, where is Roscoe and
Roberts
Bottas
as well.
So
Roberts miles behind too. He was the next
Bibby
one.
should be getting up to 5th currently, and then
Yeah.
Roberts is out
Ackes-
in front of Bibby. Yeah,
Ackerson also come out in front of Kaiser, and Woodhouse still in front of Kaiser as well. So Kaiser had a reasonable stop. Obviously, he's found himself in 8th, so but I think he was hoping for a little bit more than that, hoping these guys were going to battle. But I think
Yeah.
pack is so close today that there was never going to be huge amounts of gains from pitting that early.
No,
Everett,
he did get himself in a couple of battles as well, so that'll have cost him a bit of time.
Everett having a little look through Surtees, gets a little tap from behind from
Chris
Kip
Wood in the
Stevens.
pits.
So, but both of those guys are up and through.
So it's just Anthony Gray left to pit, I think, from the Kias now, because Chris is in. See where McFadden can come out and see whether Chris Wood can take the lead.
Yeah, let's take a quick look.
Gray's staying out.
McFadden was a 25-second stop, so let's keep an eye on that. That was quite
It's
a long one, to be honest.
Yeah,
Others have been 22,
22, haven't they?
something like that. So let's see what this one's going to be.
Whether he missed his box.
23.4.
Might be enough.
Oh, it's going to be close. Not quite.
No, not quite enough.
But for
McFadden
us, the
ran
good
a-
thing
ran
is
a
they're going to resume their battle.
Yeah, he ran a 1:33, which I think was a pretty decent outlap for a Kia. But Wood's going to have to get them pushes built straight back up. He's just had a little moment where he's just been sideways, like we were talking about, so might just give McFadden a little bit of edge to just pull a little bit of a gap.
Right, what's going on in the Jettas right now? I'm looking at Steve Hooper. He's tucked up behind Stephen Whiteley right now. So, yeah, Whiteley just trying to hold on to his result. He's got 10 minutes left. But it'd be good to see him with a top 5. Conrad Venter just behind Hooper. So, yeah, these three starting to form up to a good little battle. Can Whiteley catch back up to Dennis at all? I can't see it. Seems to be about 0.4 of a second slower. So, Melcher very quick. Not as quick as our race leader though in that class. So Hall smashing out the lap times. 41.0. Last
Good.
lap. Very, very quick.
Very close little battle. Oh, Dave Crozier's actually off. He's been pushed off the track by a Jetta. I was just about to say he was in a close battle for 12th. But he's having to go the long way around. Just ran into the back of a Jetta and they just closed the door on him. All within about a second. Anthony Gray still not pitted yet, so he must be holding on to the last moment.
Got a gaggle in front of him as well. He's got that sort of Venter,
Yeah.
Hooper, Whiteley battle. But actually, I think he might clear them all on this straight section.
Yeah, if he can catch the little pack of cars down the straight,
Perfect.
you can
Look
get
at
straight past them.
Yeah, that's what you want, you know, to go through 5 cars there and not get held up. That's exactly what you want. He'll love that. So.
Yep. What do we know? What roughly how long a whole pit stop takes, including pit lane speed limiter?
I'm not sure exactly on everything. You're the second person to ask me today. Normally I run a
About-
bit of
about
software that
40
can tell me that, but
About 45 seconds.
it's going to be something along those
Yeah.
lines.
So he should come out around about Stephen Baxter in the lead, because he was quite far down the lead when we started the pit stop. So yeah, he should come out and do a nice little battle. He's still not pitting. He's still going around. So
Yep, we're going to try and run this tank nice and dry. 0.8 of a second for second and third as well now. So Wood, he's got his tyres completely up to pressure, and he's starting to pile that pressure back on Stuart McFadden. Oh, I've got to look at this Jetta battle a little bit more as well, because Whiteley closed back in on Dennis, who's now in second place. Who was in second place? No, that was right, wasn't it? I was thinking somebody else. No, it was Carter. It was Carter, wasn't it?
yeah.
He's had another pit
He's
stop.
in a pit stop. Oh, I wonder. Well, I was going to say I wonder if he got called for speeding, but he wouldn't have to. Yeah, it's been called for speeding. 30-second penalty.
Maybe that first pit stop was something else, you know, and he's just been out there, and that's why he's just appeared. You know?
Maybe, yeah.
Very strange.
I wonder if he jumped. Do you get a notification if you jump the start?
Yeah, you do. So yeah, it might have just did a jump start and then just
Yeah.
serve the drive-through or whatever it is.
Maybe, because he wasn't that far off the back of the pack. It wasn't like a pit stop amount off the back, was it? So
No.
maybe he just had to run through the pit stop, and that's how he's appeared at the front.
Oh, it's very close there. Here, lapping this group of Jettas, gets through, does make it a little bit more interesting. Whiteley has Hooper having a very, very serious look, and then in return, Venter has a
Leaders coming through on that pack as well.
proper
Just
look on
to the
him.
inside.
So Oh yeah, McFadden should make fairly light work of
Should
these
too
guys.
They're already too wide. Just going to hold them up a little bit.
Going to be good
Definitely
for
giving
Woods.
Chris Wood, if he can get through, it'll gain them some time.
Yeah, very, very close. 7 minutes left of this race to go.
Anthony Gray still holding out on that pit stop. That tank's going to be running on fumes by now.
Exactly.
Tyres
knows
down
he's
to the
gotta stop.
carcass. Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what we were saying last week about timing your pit stop and measuring the drop off of the tyres, and I don't think running this long, with the heat of the track, I don't think running this long will be giving him any benefit, as opposed to be more detriment than anything else.
Yeah, looking at the lap time, you're right. He's
Just
lap time is going to be just way down in like sort of 16th place. So
yeah.
So he really is losing time here.
It's that balancing act of how much fuel, how long do I want to be stationary for fuel and tyres against how much time am I going to lose over, running old tyres.
Neil Rock's looking at Baxter round the outside. Can't quite make it work at Druids. Maybe you can line something up going through Graham Hill Bend. Baxter very good through there as well, and actually doesn't lose any time at all. So yeah, those guys are going to continue at it. Kip Stevens and Alex Everett still haven't sort of got separated. And then we've got Whitehead getting quite close to your own Kaiser again as well. So Kaiser got some damage on his Kia. Could be slowing him up a little bit.
That traffic in the Jettas is,
Wood very, very close. 1/10 of a second into the final corner. Can he get this right? Maybe get a bit of slipstream going into Paddock Hill. He certainly can. This is definitely his best opportunity to see if he can get what will be net lead around the outside. Oh,
you can't hold it around there. No. Just went in a bit too deep to get the cut back from that.
Raising the pits as well. Let's see where he's going to come out. Not away yet. 23 seconds there. He's away, so it's not going to be too bad,
Still top 10 maybe?
He's going to come out in front of this little group. This is this little gaggle that he needs to come out in front of, and he does. So just ahead of Kaiser. So
that worked out for him.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Of course, he will have fresh tyres now as well. It's going to take a half a lap to build up, and Kaiser straight into the back of him, having a look. He knows he needs to get by within the next couple of corners, otherwise the fresh tyre is just going to pull away.
Still very close at the front. Fadden's still leading by maybe half a second from Wood. Hall still stonking away in the Jettas.
Yeah, 12.4 seconds clear now.
The traffic that came through the pack behind for second has just spaced them out a little bit. So Dennis in second, Steve Hooper in third.
Yeah, Conrad having to let some of that go through.
Yeah, it's getting busy in that mid-pack now.
What does it, isn't it? There's quite a bit of time lost. So 1 minute he was half a second behind, now he's 1.2, so... Someone's
over, correct. Kaiser's up on two wheels.
Oh, they're struggling to keep this out of everyone else. Somehow, only really Kaiser that's sort of ended his race there. Let's see what exactly happened there. So, already got a bit of damage. Just tucked up behind Conrad, he moves to the right.
Oh, he just caught the back of a Jetta. Just caught the back, I think it was Hooper. And then it was a Pro Sim car just drove.
Oh, that was. Jeez, for it to respond like that as well.
Very strange to just. You'd think it would have just pushed him, whereas it just went, end up on two wheels. That was very strange.
Roberts and Bibby side by side through Surtees. Oh, that's great. Bibby round the outside. Roberts has pulled that move off once already today on somebody else, so he knows all about it. But I'm not sure he's going to be able to defend against it because Bibby has the better run.
Back to the leaders. Go on. Go on.
Side by
very
side
close
through
again.
Hawthorns, and gets the move complete. So great move from Bibby there. Gets himself into the podium positions.
Chris Wood having a look on the lead. Stuart McFadden. Oh, very, very close. Just right on his bump at the moment. It's going to be close all the way to the wire, I think. Not a lapped car coming into play in a minute.
That traffic just killed the Jetta battle instantly. They're all 1.5 seconds apart now, so with just 2.5 minutes of this race to go, Going to take him a lap just to close back up. All going to be about this battle. Can Woods get it done? He's been sat there patiently. He's got slightly fresher tyres. Only by a couple of laps, but, you know, could be enough. Gonna have to,
I think he just needs a little mistake from McFadden just to capitalise. And McFadden's driven a faultless race so far, I've got to say. Although he just runs a bit too much curb going through there, but he still gets the one out the corner.
Pile the pressure on, hasn't he, really? That's the main thing. And really needs to get on his tail, sort of 2-3 tenths of a second. Going on here, I'm seeing Bodice dropping down, so he's a little bit wide. Whitehead goes through. So, yeah, Bodice up. Sorry, no, it's the other way around. Hit Stevens, I think, who went through.
Yeah, Kev Stevens is just ahead of him.
Probably the best battle. Hooper trying desperately to close back in on Dennis now. I think Conrad's too far away to do it. He has... No, that's not any company because next person behind is actually Whiteley, so it's a lap car behind him right now. They might close up for the end. 1 minute to go then. This race, guys are coming through, so this will be the last lap. Wood's going to need to pull something from somewhere. Runs a little bit wide through Paddock Hill. Absolutely nail Druids now. It's important to get a really good exit out here. Start to pile that pressure on through Graham Hill. The pressure obviously builds up on the final lap. You know it's just the last lap, so that legs can sometimes start to shake. There's a car blown up in front of us as well. I just heard it.
Whitehead's just got blown up on the way in the pits.
Ah, okay, so that's going to be out of the way, so it's not going to be a problem. Oh, too far back, I think, for Wood. It's going to get close, but needed to be like 2 tenths off the back going through 30s to get this run. Still a short straight. Kia's quite quick. Sweeps through Hawthorns. Oh, that's good through there. Good exit.
Some traffic ahead which might play a part in this.
Worst possible time for McFadden. He will not want to see that at all. White flag is out. This is the final lap of the race. Through the GP section, the car's off to the circuit as well. Slow through Sterling's. It's going to affect their exit slightly.
Better run. McFadden should hold on to this. He should hold on to this as long as he keeps his line through the last turn. He should. Wood can get a run.
Ah, yeah, good final turn for Stuart McFadden. He does indeed hold on to it. A little shimmy as he comes across the start-finish line. And takes to the victory. Great job from him. Good drive from Wood as well. And Bibby's going to come across in third place as well. Where is our leader in the Jetters? He's a mile ahead. But what I'm going to do actually is switch up to the battle for second place because Hooper is having a quick look at Dennis here. Side by side. Couldn't quite manage to get it done there.
Little overlap. You should be able to get the inside. Just going through this little quick right-hander, bit of contact there. Melcher's off. He's on the grass. Is he going to hold on to it? Venter's going to come through and capitalise. And there's Sakovic just in the back there, loitering with some intent to see whether he can get through. And Hooper's off. Hooper's on the grass as well. This is going to be very close coming through the last corner.
Here he comes though. Michael Hall crossing the line. Congratulations to him. Sorry, we're back to this battle though. Very, very close. Oh, Venter just hits Dennis just a little bit. That might give Dennis the run that he needs. Oh, he's got a good drive off, but Hooper covering the inside has to force Dennis around the outside, and he just can't do that. The car just does not have enough momentum. The old Jetta. Well,
Sakovic having a bit of a celebration in the background.
Another thrilling race, I have to say, in the end there, Kev.
One of the cracking race. That was great. No silly incidents either in there, and it was just great close battling throughout the whole field, wasn't it?
Yeah, what do we have though? We had the one crash at the start, and then the one to halfway through as well, where there's perhaps a bit of impatience going on down the back straight.
But that was worse than
whatever it was.
Should have been, because I don't know why Jerome Kaiser's car just had just a flip from being in the back of a Jetta. It was a bit strange.
Yeah, it looked like fairly light contact as well. So.
Should we? Is anyone still running? Might be.
I think that's it, actually. Yeah, McFadden back into the pit, so he's completed the lap. So I think we're all done.
Adrian King still going? He's still looks like he's pushing on.
Could be.
You can never tell with a jet.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I think we might have Andrew Whitehead for a quick little chat. Let's bring him in just while we watch everyone come across the start-finish line. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Welcome to the booth. Well, tell us about your night. That last one didn't quite go as you had hoped. An engine blowout just at the end there.
Well, it was more a case of believing the myth that John planted in my brain that I could get by with 2 gallons of fuel in the pit stop. So I basically only had half a lap of fuel left as I came onto the white flag. So I had to drop in from a top 10 finish to an also ran for an extra pit stop.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I honestly, he's going to get such a telling off for that. He's never in charge of fuel strategy again.
I was going to say,
swear.
sack your pit stop strategy, man.
He said he's got a little gadget that tells him what to do. Well, I'm not listening to his gadget anymore.
Might be good for him, but who's to say your fuel figures are the same?
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? It worked for him because he crossed the line with 0.1 of a gallon to spare. So it was actually dead on for him. But I think I've got a heavier right foot.
Yeah.
So quite disappointed really because I was up for that top 10, to be honest. I was really pleased to be there. But hey ho.
Like I say, these things happened. Great racing tonight, though, all round. I mean, it looked like a lot of fun being out there.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I was kind of stuck in no man's land in the first race, and I was actually feeling a little bit sorry for you lads, thinking it looked a little bit processional. But the second race was there was just so much going on. It's got a bit of a sweat on it. It's real hard work.
Well, we thoroughly enjoyed both races. I think actually there was always something going on. So it might have been in the bulk of the pack, I suppose, for a little while. But yeah, it was good all round.
Yeah, I saw a couple of little bits of clumsiness with Kia's going through Jettas, I think, in the second race. But I think the first one, I don't think we had any issues there. I saw a couple of people drop out early, so I guess they were involved in bits that weren't repairable.
Yeah, and can we just get confirmation on the rule? It's not a repair, is it? It's not a fast repair. Is it just repair?
No, there is a fast repair.
There's one fast repair.
Yeah, and we run without the incident limit within the session, but we manage the incident limits with points. So I think it's 25 incidents for the Jetta, because obviously it's so prone to the 4X, and we've got 18 incidents on the Kia.
Yeah.
So although you don't get the automatic DSQ from the session, we then manage point deductions for anything you go over that incident limit.
Yeah, nice.
up to a point, and then you get a DSQ. I'm not quite sure what the limit is for the DSQ, but
it's interesting way of running it. I suppose it keeps everyone in the race, doesn't it? If, rather than people dropping out, it keeps them in the hunt.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a slap on the wrist in terms of getting the points deductions for everything you go over, but also it keeps the racetrack full. So that's the bit that we kind of like about it, and that we wanted to really try, because you see so often in lots of other series that people reach the limit sometimes through no fault of their own, and they just get dumped out. So this one at least gives you the opportunity to have some sort of grace for those incidents that aren't necessarily your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
quite neat.
Where are we next week? I'm not 100% on the schedule.
Oh, crikey, you put me on the spot there. I don't know.
It's not just me.
No idea.
Oh, dear me, I've no idea.
Oh well. Good
sorry,
luck there.
Sorry.
How do you find that track? Are you looking forward to that? Are you strong there?
It's
never
pretty
heard
much
of
the
that
same
one
everywhere we go. I turn up with an hour before and hope for the best, so it is where it is.
Cool. All right, mate. Well, you have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll catch you there, wherever it may be.
Lovely, thank you. I'll do my homework next week, I promise.
Alright, cheers, man.
Thanks a lot. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Right, Kev.
Yeah, it was a good one, wasn't it? Should we run down the order? Should we just
Let's
do
do
top 10 from
Yeah, let's do that.
each championship? So, great victory for Stuart McFadden in the Kias, followed by Chris Wood, Lewis Bibby, John Roberts, Mark Woodhouse, Benjamin Hackison, Alex Everett, Kip Stevens in 8th, Tristan Boris and Ian Roscoe round out your top 10 in the Kias. So then you've got Michael Hall, took a dominant victory in the Jettas, followed by Michael Hooper, Dennis Melcher, Conrad Venter, Stephen Whiteley, Sean Gardner, Stuart Atkinson, Ian Robson, Chris White, Carter Cunningham, and Adam Hedgecock.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that. Yep, good night's racing. Right, let's wrap it up. No one else coming for a quick chat. Yeah. So Donington, we're hearing from the chat, so that should be a good
That'll
one.
be good track.
Now, which one is it, guys? Come on, is it GP or is it the national circuit? Totally different. Makes for completely different racing. So, but still, no matter which one it is, it's going to be great. So, thanks, Kev. Once again, thank you everybody
No
for
problem.
tuning in and watching this. We haven't had Andrew pop in, so I'm guessing they still must be racing over at the BSR MX5. So, just watch the last couple of minutes of that. But yeah, it's been a pleasure as always. Thanks very much, guys. Yeah, it's the iRacing Club 73 Touring Car Championship from Brands Hatch. Congratulations to Stuart McFadden for winning, and Michael Hall for his double, and Alex Everett for winning the feature race earlier on as well. We'll see you in a week's time.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left us without warning. They were